Hey y'all. So today we're not going to waste too much time at all. We're going to get right into this topic. And I want to make sure I don't leave nothing out. So let me make sure I get my notes because I did write notes on this topic because I notice when I'm talking to y'all about something, I leave stuff out sometimes. So I just want to talk to y'all and let you know men are leading their communities. They're leading the communities. They are. I want to make sure to place the blame where the blame started before I get into talking about them, though, because the blame didn't start with them. So let's go to where the blame started. I mean, but if you want to go like ancient BC all the way back in the Bible, then I'm pretty sure, yeah, something might have started somewhere. I mean, the fact that people are even over us to even begin with, for these curses to be even be on us like this, yeah, that I think it really started with breaking the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. Yeah, I think that's where it first started. But let's talk about, like, as far as what's going on right now. I feel like the blame starts with the forced meditation and a history of humiliation and abuse from our oppressors. I feel like that's where the blame starts. So I don't want to just get straight into um talking about the men in the community. But what do we do? Because it started with our oppressor, what do we do now? Do we give in? I had a person that knows that I stand for black people try to start a conversation with me concerning the topic of black people blaming white people. Although I had no interest in having this conversation with them because I already know that all of their friends are white. You got all white friends and you want to have a conversation with me about black people. I already know where it's going to go. I don't want to talk to you. I have no interest. Like, I already know where you stand. I already know how you think. But they proceeded anyways to tell me that black people cause their own problems and need to stop blaming white people. And I didn't start this conversation. They was having this conversation with somebody else and then they turned to start talking to me. And I feel like the reason why they turned to start talking to me because they thought that they was going to get like a argument out of me or something. I don't know because they already know where I stand, but they already know. I'm pretty sure they didn't caught the vibes over the recent years that I don't talk to them about black stuff. Period. You know. So I responded because although I know that their logic is based off of their worship of whiteness, the logic is a little bit true, just a little bit, not totally. So I told them that I agree. But black people are not starting on equal ground to develop emotionally and mentally properly to even begin with. You got to go all the way back to slavery and the training done on the mind on the black mind. You got to go all the way back to slavery because we were definitely trained. When majority of those slaves were released, they thought white was better. They hated the black on their own skin by the time the training camp was over. So, what do you think they taught their kids? And when those kids grew up, what did they teach their kids? You see, the training continues as thus issues in the black community continues. It don't just stop because people got out of slavery. New training through our TVs and internet and radio is constantly being reinforced to make sure that we don't step too far out of our trained minds. They're constantly reinforcing it, making sure we don't forget. If you ever pay attention to your TV, you'll just pay attention to how these commercials and stuff look. Man, they act like they so pressed to put a black married couple on the TV together with black kids. Even if they put a black couple on there, they somehow threw a mixed child in there. Like, where the hell you get a mixed child at? Both of these mugs black. They done threw it. I mean, come on now. Like they want us to see ourselves in a certain light. I literally saw a commercial one day. They got a white man and a white wife. They got a black woman with the white husband, and then they got a black husband with a white wife. I'm like, come on now. They don't even want us to be able to see ourselves in a position to even get along with each other. Like they don't even want us to see it as normal for us to be together. They don't. They got to make sure we don't step too far out of the trained mind. But if we ever want to break free, we have to start to reject the training on a large scale. I mean, on a large scale. I mean, yeah, one or two people break off here, but it needs to be rejected on a large scale. We have to fight for the freedom of our minds. Like, literally, our minds are in captivity. But most aren't fighting because they don't know that they are on a hamster wheel. They have no idea that they're on a hamster wheel. Like, they literally think life is all good. Life is all good. They don't know they on a hamster wheel. I really think that it's time that we take the focus off of what they are doing and have done and put the focus back on us. They like when we stay focused on them because it keeps us stuck on begging mode. They need us to stay stuck on them. They need us to think that we can't do nothing about our own issues. It keeps us from taking control over our own lives. It keeps us from talking to each other about different ways to make us better. It keeps us complacent. And and saying there is nothing we can do unless our oppressors decide to save us. They literally got us sitting here thinking, "Oh well, there's nothing we can do. You know how they do." I mean, come on now. That's never gonna happen. Why do you think that's gonna happen? Why? I mean, what part of your history made you think that that was gonna happen? Because they ever anything that they have ever given you, it was to keep you from being the person that you need to be, to keep you complacent, to keep you from breaking from your mind breaking free. Anything that they have ever given you it was never a gift. It was basically like how you give a baby a lollipop to shut up. It keeps us arguing about things they do to us. It keeps us from arguing about things. They do things to keep us occupied, like voting for who is going to be in charge of us out of the choices that they gave us. They tell you, yeah, go down there and you want to see change? Go down there and vote. Go vote out of the choices that we gave you. Yeah, you might get some change. I mean, they're not gonna put nobody up there for you to even vote for it that's actually gonna make the type of changes you're looking for. I mean, and then even if they do put a candidate up there like that, it's only gonna be because they already got all the other positions surrounded so that when they do they vote, it overpower your vote. I mean, come on now. The only thing voting does to me, it keeps us from going to our Father where our voices will be heard and our cries will be answered. That's what voting does. If black people still didn't have the right to vote, we'll be crying out to the Father every day, all the time, with all issues. We'll be crying out to the Father. But now instead we say, "Oh, I can't wait the election comes so I can vote them out." It really keeps us from taking accountability in areas that we can change in our own lives. Men, they out here saying they can lead women because the women are wicked, right? Well, the women are wicked. You're right about that. But who are they following? Men discovered they were the chosen children of Israel. A lot of them learned the knowledge but did not get the spirit. So they twisted things to the desire of their wicked hearts. Women joined these camps and congregations and were used to make insecure men feel secure by having their foot on a woman's neck. Once again, ignoring the commandments of the Most High Yah and started to move in foolish pride and thirst for power. So, guess what happened? The women followed, but they didn't follow your words, they followed your actions. Like how a child learns from their parents' behavior and not from their parents' words. So they followed you. They decided to prop themselves up in foolish pride also in positions of power, just like you did. They manipulated the word just like you did and have even attempted to put their foots on the necks of men. I can remember since way back when black men thought that it was a good idea to start telling black women that they prefer white women. I remember that. I remember that. I even have a black dude trying to date me, but telling me he usually don't date dark skinned women. Well, why you in my face? I'm gonna need you to step back, please, and go get what you usually date. Way before black women followed their lead and started to reject black men on a large scale, black men did this first. So black women followed their lead. So now guess what black women out here saying? They don't date black men. Black men are this, black men are that. They followed your lead. Can't you see that? They are following you. They not following your words. They're not gonna follow what you tell them to do. They gonna follow what you do. If you stood up with some real integrity and morals about yourself, then women will start to have some integrity and morals about themselves because it's natural for a woman to follow and they will follow. But when your spirit is wicked, you're gonna see the results of women following you. You're gonna see the results of that. And it's not gonna be nothing good. It's gonna be exactly what we have today. You already see the results. I really feel like black men are going to have to get a hold of their insecurities. Their insecurities, I made a poem about this too. Their insecurities breed lust and pride, two of the main reasons why black men refuse to accept their downfalls and failures in the black community. Black men, you are leading the community, but where are we going? Where are we going? Satan, he already know that black men are unable to control their lust, and he uses this against them as an act of war against the souls of them and the community that they are leading. I remember in the Bible when the children of Israel was at war with another nation, and that other nation, they literally set their women out on the porch and dressed them up real nice to wait on the men of Israel. When the men of Israel got there, they slept with these women, and the men that they were at war with attacked and murdered them because the men of Israel cannot control their lust. But guess what? They won't see it as a problem that they couldn't control their lust. They'll say, "Oh, those evil women sat on a porch dressed up." Guess what? Those women were doing? They were following the lead of their men. But you couldn't control your lust, so you fell right on into the trap. Oh Lord, our men has always had a problem with controlling their lust. They will not be able to lead properly until they do. It just won't happen. They got a serious problem with controlling their lust. Honestly, I really feel like it's an insecurity because any person that loves their self, they would not just go out here mixing themselves with all of these different evil ass women, evil ass people. If you love yourself, you can't bring yourself to lie down with somebody like that, who's somebody who's not on your level mentally and emotionally, like they're not on your level. You out here ready to sleep with some female that don't know her left from her right. You got to be insecure because if you had any type of sense about any type of confidence about yourself, you would look at that woman like she's not on your level. It's insecurities. Why you think when most married men cheat, they cheat down? Because they feel boosted up with that lower level woman. Why they don't go cheat with a woman that's on the level of their wife? Because they feel insecure. That's why. They feel insecure. I mean, and honestly, they can't say because they can't get a divorce because ain't nobody trying to hold nobody captive. Hey, if you like something else, go get it. Leave me the hell alone. Shit. That's how I feel about it. But anyways, I ain't gonna keep on going on and on with this video all day. And I hope y'all have a great day. All right. Bye.